Good day, teacher. By the way, my name is Pete Asian L. Vargas, and I am BS Criminology, Set H. This is a requirement for our subject, Foresight 313. This is topic of week 12. Now, let's start. Week 12 topic is metallurgy and metallography. Metallurgy, which means in criminal investigation, the branch of science known as metallurgy is the most insistent be or great help in solution of buffing problems involving pieces of metal or metal articles. Robbery, arson, murder, kidnapping, hit and run, and counterfeiting are examples of this investigative work. Metallurgy is the most one big help in the study of criminal investigation. Now, let's talk about metallography. Metallography, branch of ito yung branch ng metallurgy na kung saan involved ang study ng microstructure of metals alloy. Now let's proceed to next. This is the application of metallurgy in criminal investigation. It can apply in robbery, theft, hit and run, bomb explosion, nail examination, counterfeit coins, restoration of tampered serial number. Now, there's two kind of counterfeit coins. First one is cast coin for, which mean coin made in molds. And number two, structure coins, coin made by striking or stamping method. And this is a report of topic 1, and continue in next report.
Good day, ma'am. My name is Ren Hospital Sobrebaga from Poblacion Norala, South Cotabato. 4th year college at Southeast Asian Institute of Technology, BS Criminology. And today I'm going to discuss constitute arson. First is willfulness. Willfulness means intentional and implies the act was done purposely and intentionally. It means in willfulness, the commission of crime was done with purpose and with intention. Then second is intent. What is intent? Intent is the purpose or design with which the act is done and involves the will and essential element of crime. Motive is not. It means in intent, the person who committed the crime was doing it with intention. Then third is motive. What is motive? Motive is moving cause that includes the commission of crime. Sometimes that leads or influence a person to do something. In motivation, it was obviously the person who commit the crime was motivated to do the crime. Or sometimes it was motivated or influenced by other person to do such thing. Then fourth is malice. Malice denotes hatred or will or desire for revenge. It is the intent to do injured to another. In malice, it was mentioned here, desire for revenge. It means that the person who committed the crime was willing to do revenge, or maybe in the past there was something, there was a circumstances or a problem between a person and him or her that make him or her to do revenge. Then deliberate intention of doing unjustified harm for the satisfaction of doing it. First is, a fire can only be considered arson if all accident and natural causes of fire can be eliminated. Then, the mere burning of building does not constitute the body of crime. Then second, to prove the body of crime, it is necessary to show. First is that the building is question burned. Then secondly, it was burned as a result to the intentional criminal act of the accused. Then lastly, to continue burning, there must be some burning or tearing, that is fiber of the wood, be destroyed. It is identified change. It is not necessarily the building be serious damage. A mere smoking discoloration of the wood is not sufficient. Then basic line of inquiry in the investigation of arson. This is the basic line. First is arson. Arson is defined as the easiest crime to commit but difficult to detect. Tougher to solve than homicide. But how or why? It is explained here that homicide is easier to commit. It means that anybody can do arson, but the problem is it is tougher to solve because it is hard for the personnels to detect the one who committed the crime because there's no such physical evidence of doing it. It was explained here that at least in homicide there is some kind of weapon, as I have said earlier. First is, example of weapons is gun, poison, or the like, and there is always the body good physical evidence. It was, in short, it was easier to solve a homicide than an arson because of the physical evidence to be collected in the crime scene. For example, as it was said in here, the weapons, poisons, and additional example for the weapons is knife or even a rock or anything that may cause hurt or destruction to a person or a property. In arson, physical evidence that normally aid in convicting criminals may have been wholly destroyed by the foresetter. And that's all for the day, and thank you and have a good day. Goodbye.
Good morning, ma'am. I am a report. Title: Telltale sign. Number 1. Telltale sign that may be obvious that the firearm will suspect arson. They are to be observed to determine it arson. Sign. Ito ay isang palatandaan na baka obvious na manghihinala ng firearm or arson. A. Burn building. A type of the building indicates set of fire under some circumstances. For example, ito ay isang uri ng gusali na naghihiwatig, set or nag-apoy sa ilalim ng ilang mga pangyayari. B. Separate fire. Where two or more separate fires broke out within a building, the fire of synthesis suspicious. B. Kung dalawa or higit pa magkahiwalay na sunog ang naganap. Ito ay when two or more naghiwalay ang sunog ang naganap. Color or smoke. some firebomb with little or no smoke, but there are exception. Ito ay na ilang apoy na bomb na may kaunti or walang usok. Letter D, color of the flame. The color of the flame is a good indicate of the intensity of fire and sometimes of the nature of the combustible substance present. Katulad ng ang kulay ng apoy ay isang magandang paghihiwatig. A. Size of fire. The size of fire should be the size of the fire should be noted at the time of arrival and subsequent intervals in the intervals. Hindi dapat mapansin ang laki ng apoy. Hindi dapat mapansin kung ano yung kalabasan or laki ng apoy. Letter F. Direction of travel. Fire normally sweeps upward the travel of fire is predictable from knowledge of the construction of the building. Letter G. Intensity. The degree of the degree of the heat giving of the fire and the color of its flame. A line of flames indicate that some accelerant have been added to the materials normally present a building. Letter H. Location of flame. Investigation should not whether there is more than one apparent point of the origin and should try to estimate of approximate location of each. Last, letter G. Odors. Many accelerate aromatic characteristic odors, especially liquid like turpentine. That's all. Thank you.